Friends, before today's video starts, I just want to say something. If you enjoy the video, please press the like button, share it with your friends, and leave a nice comment. Your support really motivates me to keep bringing you more great content. As the horse began to flee, Lu Fen immediately raised his hand and signaled. "Don't let it escape! Xin Chen, chase it now!" Without wasting a second, Lu Fan gave another command. "Xiaoji, go with Xin Chen, work together and stop it!" At the same time, Xiaoji used one of his abilities, Lava Explosion. He opened his mouth slightly, sent out power, and instantly released a powerful wave of burning lava. This blast of fire surged across the snowy plains, turning the cold air into waves of heat. At the same time, Lion Sign also activated his skill, Stellar Destruction. In an instant, both dragons simultaneously attacked the winged horse. The Ice Crystal Demon suddenly accelerated, running even faster for its life. He couldn't understand why these attackers suddenly targeted him, but a voice inside told him only one thing: run. He charged straight ahead, increasing his speed to the limit. Lu Fan watched the chase intently, his eyes narrowing with interest. Dodging two dragon attacks one after another, he couldn't help but smile slightly. As expected from a rare level 120 creature, Lu Fan wanted to test the true power of the level 120 horse. Without hesitation, he gave a new command. "GOG, switch to World Destroyer form. Use the dragon's power to control it." The moment Lu Fan's voice echoed across the battlefield, the dragon let out a thunderous roar. A surge of energy spread outward as it activated its ability. This power created immense pressure over a wide area, targeting every enemy within range. The force wasn't just physical, it weighed on the mind as well, inducing fear, panic, and restricting movement. As soon as the ability was activated, the air itself seemed to change. A violent wind began to surge across the frozen plains. The pressure grew heavier and heavier. For a brief moment, the winged horse stopped. Its body stiffened as if an invisible force had locked it in place. It lost the ability to move freely, unable to escape any further. That single pause was all Lu Fan needed. Without wasting time, he moved quickly toward the horse. Lu Fen had managed to stop the creature, at least for the moment. He slowly stepped forward, moving carefully so the horse wouldn't panic and try to escape again. In a calm voice, he spoke to it gently. "Don't be afraid," Lu Fan said softly. "I won't hurt you. You're a very beautiful horse. There's no need to fear me." He paused, keeping his tone warm and reassuring. "I just want you to become my mount." The horse didn't react. Not because it ignored him, but because the air pressure created by the dragon's power was still active, pinning it in place. It simply couldn't move. Then suddenly, the pressure vanished. The moment the invisible force disappeared, the horse regained its freedom. Without hesitation, it dashed forward and fled at full speed. Seeing this, Lu Fen immediately understood something. He could only restrain the creature for a few seconds at most. Still, something about the situation confused him. Creatures like this are usually naturally friendly toward humans, so why is it running away from me like this? Lu Fan was still thinking about it when a strange idea suddenly popped into his mind. Wait, could it be because I'm a man and it's a horse? He frowned slightly as the thought formed. What if it's actually a female, and that's why it doesn't want anything to do with me? Then suddenly, Lu Fan got an idea. What if I introduce this horse to some women, he thought. Maybe then it will calm down, and who knows, it might even come under our control. With that thought, Lu Fan immediately spread his dragon wings and flew after the escaping horse. As he flew, he stretched out his hand and activated a portal. In an instant, the portal opened. A glowing hole appeared in the air, shimmering like a tear in space itself. The fleeing horse rushed straight through it, passing from one side to the other. On the other side of the portal was a completely different scene. Lu Fan's friends and Auntie were enjoying the pleasant afternoon weather. They were laughing and playing a friendly game of football together. Auntie had brought a large plate of freshly cut fruit for everyone to eat. She called out warmly, "Come here, everyone, try these cut fruits." Hearing her voice, everyone paused their game and walked over to Sister Han. They thanked her happily and began enjoying the fruit. Meanwhile, Jia Oman had become tired from running around so much. She suddenly collapsed onto the grass, breathing heavily from exhaustion. Seeing this, Kim Ku quickly walked over to her and asked with concern, "Hey, are you hurt anywhere? Come on, get up. Gia Omar waved her hand lightly and replied, No, brother, I'm fine, really. Just then, everyone's attention suddenly shifted toward the glowing portal. From the shimmering opening in the air, a horse burst out at full speed. The moment they saw it, everyone was stunned. What a magnificent horse! Someone exclaimed in surprise. But before they could fully react, Lu Fan came rushing out of the portal behind it, shouting loudly, This time you won't escape! Everyone stood frozen as they watched the scene unfold. Without hesitation, Lu Fan immediately activated the power of blood armor. A sharp crescent-shaped scythe shot forward toward the target, transforming into chains that wrapped tightly around the horse's legs. The trap worked instantly. The horse lost its balance and collapsed onto the ground, its legs bound by the chains. Seeing this sudden turn of events, all the girls gasped in shock. The eldest sister stepped forward and asked in confusion, Hey Lu Fan, what's going on here? Gia Oman looked at the horse and asked, Brother, why did you bring this fierce beast here? But Kim Kong shook his head the moment he saw the creature. Lu Fan, this animal looks beautiful and peaceful, he said. It doesn't look like a ferocious beast at all. Lu Fan nodded. You're right, he replied. What you're looking at is an ice crystal beast. It's a rare creature that can actually be used as a mount. Normally, it has a natural affinity toward humans. He scratched his head slightly. But for some reason, this one doesn't seem to like me. At that moment, Auntie stepped closer and looked at the horse with gentle curiosity. Oh my, she said with a smile. This looks just like a unicorn. It's so delicate and graceful. Hearing her comment, Lu Fan couldn't help but laugh. Well, I couldn't tame it, he admitted. But it seems like this creature prefers beautiful human women a lot more than it likes me. That's exactly why I brought it here, Lu Fan explained. I wanted to see whether any of you could control it. The moment she heard that, Xiao Oman burst out laughing. Kim Kong raised an eyebrow and said teasingly, Brother, are you saying this beast actually has a rather indecent preference? Xiao Omar grinned mischievously. In that case, she said confidently, let me try my charm. I've been wanting a special mount for a long time. Who knows, maybe this one will choose me. Lu Fan shrugged with a faint smile. Well, if that's the case, you should definitely give it a try. However, while they were talking, Auntie was already standing beside the horse, gently speaking to it. Oh my, you naughty little creature, she said softly while patting its head. Why are you drooling everywhere? It almost looked as if Auntie had already begun taking care of the horse. Seeing this scene, the two girls exchanged glances, their expressions filled with slight jealousy. It seems we're already too late, one of them muttered. Auntie has already drawn it to her side. At that moment, she nudged Kim Kong and pointed toward the horse. Look, brother, she whispered. It's being attracted to her like a little puppy. And indeed, the once proud and mysterious ice crystal beast now stood quietly beside Auntie, its earlier wildness completely gone, as if it had suddenly found someone it trusted. Everyone stood there in stunned silence. They were all surprised to see that the magnificent horse was listening to Auntie's words so attentively, almost like a well-trained pet. The proud creature that had been running wildly just moments ago now stood quietly beside her, its icy blue eyes fixed on her face. Then suddenly, the horse disappeared. A faint shimmer of frost spread through the air, and at that exact moment, a soft ice crystal symbol appeared on Auntie's forehead, glowing gently like a tiny frozen star. The crystal mark sparkled briefly before settling into place. It was the unmistakable sign of a beast contract. The ice crystal beast had acknowledged Auntie as its master. Feeling the warmth of the glowing mark on her forehead, Auntie looked at Lu Fan with surprise and excitement. Lu Fan, she said firmly, touching her forehead, it seems this horse has recognized me and accepted me as its owner. Hearing this, Lu Fan's face lit up with joy. He had always cared deeply for Auntie, and seeing her gain such a powerful companion made him genuinely happy. Really, Auntie? Lu Fan said excitedly. Try summoning it once. Auntie nodded and immediately called out gently, Good boy, listen to me and come here. The moment her voice echoed through the air, a flash of icy blue light appeared before her. The ice crystal beast materialized instantly. Without hesitation, the majestic creature stepped forward and lowered its body respectfully, allowing Auntie to climb onto its back. Everyone around them gasped in amazement. Auntie carefully sat on the horse, her expression filled with wonder. "Oh my," she said softly with a smile, "what a clever boy you are." As soon as she spoke, the horse spread its glowing wings and lifted smoothly into the air, carrying her effortlessly upward. Just like that. Auntie now possessed her own personal mount. Not only would the ride be comfortable and elegant, but with the attribute bonuses of a level 120 ice crystal beast, she would no longer have to worry about dangerous monsters attacking her during travel. High in the sky, the frost-winged creature glided gracefully, its icy aura sparkling in the sunlight as Auntie laughed with pure delight. Seeing this, Lu Fan felt extremely happy. Watching Auntie soar through the sky on the ice crystal beast made him feel as if all his efforts had been worth it. Jia Oman crossed her arms and pouted slightly. "I'm so jealous," she said with a sigh. "I want to fly too. I wish that horse belonged to me." Lu Fan narrowed his eyes playfully and looked at her. "Do all of you like the ice crystal beast that much?" he asked. Jia Oman and Kim both nodded immediately. Seeing their reactions, Lu Fan smiled confidently. "If that's the case," he said, "I can go back to the frozen plains of despair and search for more of them for you." The moment they heard this, Jia Oman and Kim's eyes lit up with excitement. Both of them spoke at the same time. "Really? Is that actually possible?" Jia Oman added eagerly. "Creatures like that are incredibly rare. If you can actually find more of them, that would be amazing." Lu Fan chuckled and waved his hand casually. "Don't worry about it," he said. "We still have a long way to go before reaching the Ice Dragon ruins." He looked toward the distant snowy horizon and continued confidently. "There won't be just one ice crystal beast there. From what I know, there should be countless of them roaming those frozen lands." Then he turned back to the two girls and smiled. "So once I find them, I'll bring them back to Tianfu Island. And when that happens, I'll bring one for each of you." Hearing this promise, both girls became incredibly happy. Their earlier jealousy instantly disappeared, replaced by bright smiles and excited anticipation.